Okay. I was playing my last tape. People are scattering. Okay. Well, I go to leave, and there's a guy talking to my neighbor. He said, Karen turn it over to us today. Well, I emailed the Ravenna police, ask him to forward it to the chief and detectives. I was on the Department of Justice. You're to go to the chief of police and see if they'll make it right first. Okay? Because they have to. Um, and I'm rambling about the Freemasons. I thought they followed me around because my grandpa was a big shot. Well, they wouldn't, if they were actually helping me out, they're businessmen, do great big charities. 3 million of them, like in the United States. If they were really helping me out, with those people drugging me up and trying to kill me, they would have took up a big bunch of money and moved me. They were following me around. That's all they did. Even my one friend that worked at the prosecutor's office, he seen all the plates in front of a bank I was working at. And they were everywhere I went. Okay? Well, most people that are attorneys, any kind of judges, doctors, they're Freemasons. And then they work in charities. Okay? And then they have their own secret. Mm-hmm. Uh, their own secret organization. Okay? Well, how much you want to bet that was that judges, lodge buddies, those Freemasons even admit to seeing me sit on my bed. So basically, they got a free peep show and watch these people terrorize me. So I go to leave. There are guys outside. Karen didn't realize it was the Freemasons doing it to her. She turned it over to us today. And we're not allowed to say anything to her. Okay? Well, the undercover police are involved in this. And they need to have a real conversation with them. Because I talk out my car, and where Will listed me an informant, there was a real police protective light case called started. I've had the Maslin police say stuff. I've even had, after everything bad happened, a couple of the Stark County sheriffs mention it at Faith Family Church. There's an older white guy then with a little bit larger nose. He had thought I was pretty once when I walked by. One other officer said, "Are you interested in working Karen around the house?" He said, "What's that?" One of us have to watch her, listen to her every day. Other officers have mentioned that. Now, that's after everything bad happened. They may not look through the case. But the Maslin police have mentioned it in a couple other police stations. Okay, now I set out my vehicle before I go in the courthouse. If I ramble about stuff, I go in. There's a nice man. He's got gray hair and he's got dandruff and he works at the podium. He'll look at me, he'll repeat it back and said, "I'll have the boys look into that." Okay, they need to have a talk. Now they parked where the police park by the courthouse. Okay, and there is a lot where they pull in. Their trucks were parked there. There were some of them that were following me around. The dark gray truck, white, shaved head, dark eyes, 6 foot stocky. The usher at Faith Family Church, where he threatened to arrest me after I was tortured, they would know who he is. If they actually pulled Karen around the house case, because the cop talked to Dave within a day or two, made a public statement that he asked Dave about those people threatening. That's what it requires. You have to ask for help. They have to agree to help you and protect you, and then the other person has to be spoke to. Will's case is legal from the Canton FBI. He put me in protective life custody as an informant. And I told you about that man that went to Paymer, what he looks like. Okay. Now, That officer in the dark gray truck threatened to arrest me after he raped and tortured me. There's a video in Will's case between July and September 19. And the young usher, white with black hair and glasses, he works at Faith Family Church, yelled at him. What he did was consider rape. Leave me alone. You leave her alone. He yelled about Dave and everything in front of 1,000 people. You pull Will's case. They sold it to regular people. I've had even children say they've seen that rape and torture. Now, 2 African American guys with dreadlocks walked out of the courthouse on the phone, and they were parked there too. And they said that they were part of it, and they parked there. They need to talk to their undercover police and get their involvement in this. But I did have Freemasons all over. They said a man named Bill was paying for a lot of this, and he was following me around. And he drove a medium blue truck, and he was a Freemason. And he was around me, and I don't talk to people because they hurt me. But yeah, you need to talk to the undercover police in Ravenna and get their involvement in this. And they do have Will's case. It's actually into a state protector-like custody case. And I told you I've had other police departments mention things, like the informants here. That guy said we're not allowed to say anything to her. And they said other people looked into it when that police station didn't know anything. They gave up. Well, that's stupid. People are still hurting me. Want to find out who's hurting me. And Will at the Canton FBI did list me an informant. A cop did talk to Dave. And he did start a real protective light case. And there's more than one department knows of it. And some officer called it a state case because there's more in one county. They just have to pull it. They got to like the Amish men with the beards. Oh, God. Clean this up. They put a chip in me. One of their dirty surgeon friends chipped me. They abducted me from my home. 12/21/18, stabbed in the neck of the refrigerator. I'm drugged like hell up there. I almost got murdered. You actually pulled that case because they sold it to regular people. People scream. People call them bastards and asses and reprobate bastards. And they scream. It's a house of horror. I was raped and tortured between July and September of 19. I tried to help some lady, said her husband died up there. There's a shooting night. My ex gets caught on the house video of the surveillance from the protective light case that they went to the wrong house. There's him beating me with internal injuries. There is, oh God, there's, if you actually pull it, I almost get shot in the head driving. People were breaking in. They cut my head open and put a chip in it. 12/21/18. I got raped and tortured between July and September 19. And the shooting is right before Christmas 18. It's a freaking house of horror. And they have them like the Amish men with the beards. You just gotta pull the case. But yeah, that guy said that Karen turned it over to us today. Well, yeah, I sent it to the Ravenna chief of police, and then I emailed him and sent it to the chief and the detectives. Because that's what the Department of Justice, you'd let them try to make it right first. But they need to check with their undercover police, and they need to pull that case, and it's going to be, oh my God. Oh my God. I was supposed to be in protected custody. Someone needs